Well, good afternoon, folks. Here we are again in Podsmead with our candidate, Rob McCormick, here for the by-election, which is coming up on Thursday, the 25th of July. As you can see, there's a consultation going on for the redevelopment of this whole area. Particularly the prefabs, which were put up after the Second World War, have lots of land plot size to them. And Gloucester City Council is going to be redeveloping and wants to redevelop, which will obviously mean rehousing a lot of the owners and tenants. But we're talking about the regeneration of the whole area, which is a thing that really interests Rob. But I've got a very long-term resident here, Terry, who's lived here, I think, 73 years. Was it Terry? 73 years. Still going, lived here all his life. What do you think about the area and what needs to be done, Terry?
Podsmead is the forgotten area.
Of Gloucester?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, as you stated earlier about the redevelopment of the prefabs, only 3 weeks ago, I rang the council and asked them what they were doing with the prefabs, and they told me they have no intentions of knocking them down in any shape or form.
And that's not true, is it?
Well, obviously not.
That's the Conservative Council?
It's what we're told from over here by our local candidate that was here.
Oh, you had a Labour candidate here before? A Labour councillor, actually.
A Labour councillor, yeah.
And what happened there?
Well, we just never saw her, only when there was an occasion. And then we didn't see her for 6 months.
You didn't see your Labour councillor for 6 months?
For 6 months we didn't see her.
Well, that wouldn't happen if Rob was to be elected here, that's for sure.
I mean, obviously, who we vote for is irrelevant, but I hope I shall be voting for the right person.
Well, I hope you will as well.
But Podsmead needs
someone to fight for it.
A good touch, but money is wasted over there, I think.
On the hub?
Oh, absolutely. Like bowling greens for 40,000 quid for like 4 or 5 people, yet you can't get a skate park for the children for just a little bit more than that.
There's nothing to do very much for kids in Podsmead.
There's nothing here for children. Yeah. They hang around up there.
I know. But the hub was set up by the last but one councillor who was Conservative, wasn't it?
And she done a good job when she was here, I cannot say. And she did do a good job,
But the Labour one didn't turn up.
No, she didn't show up. And if you don't show up, how can you get a vote?
And how can you represent the people that you're elected to represent? I think the thing is, obviously the Brexit Party is very, very new. It's our first local election anywhere in the country, so that will be a massive message to be sent from here. This is our candidate. What do you think about that, Rob?
I can't agree more. One thing I will bring up is about the prefabs, where it's not Gloucester City Council, it's Gloucester City Homes. Two different things, okay?
But they are owned by Gloucester City Council, aren't they?
Well, they're meant to be independent. They're meant to be independent from Gloucester City Council. I've seen a letter where they say there's no plans to demolish the prefabs at the moment, but next year they will be looking at it again and putting in plan permission, which is very confusing to people. You're either going to take them down or you're not.
That's what Terry was saying. There seems to be a bit.
Come out and don't play games. Just come out and say what you're doing. Just can't go on like this.
I think it's clear Podsmead needs an independent councillor in the chamber, such as Rob here, who will ask the questions that are needed to be asked of the administration in Gloucester. But Barry, you grew up in Podsmead, didn't you? Whereabouts was it?
Yeah, I actually lived in Podsmead Road for the first 20 plus years of my life. Terry and I were old neighbours. We grew up together. We played sport together across the road in the Crip School's fields. I went to the Crip School, which I was very, very proud of. It was a super school, and it was a great area. And we were talking before, Terry and I, and families knew each other. They worked together. If there was a problem, they helped each other. Today, in many, many parts of not just Podsmead, but many towns and cities, people have become so insular, they don't even know who their neighbour is, they don't know their names. It's a crazy situation. And, why this is happening, goodness only knows. It's just the way the world has gone. But, listening to the conversation here, having grown up here, these large plots that these prefabricated houses stand on, all I can see is somebody wanting to make a profit out of somebody else's misery, and it's got to be stopped. It's all well and fine, these wonderful redevelopments, but there's always winners and losers. And the problem is, I think in this situation, the winner is going to be the developers and probably other people that get their pockets lined. And I believe that really this new party, the Brexit Party, the Party for Change, will do a great job on the City Council. Rob is an excellent candidate, and I think there's no two ways about it. Moving forward, he would be a great asset to the people of Podsmead in terms of getting the right deal for them moving forward.
Excuse me, but
thank you very much indeed. Sorry, Terry.
If you look around us, look at the enthusiasm this has generated. Podsmead is not united. It needs something to bring Podsmead together. You know, everybody tries it, but nothing happens. You know, they go to all these efforts to do these things, and it's only outsiders that come to Podsmead that make these things and the events a success for what they are. But as I say, you look around you, what do you see? No one.
Well, it comes back to the community spirit that Barry was talking about.
There is none.
I want to move on to Kingsway. Do you really want Podsmead to be Kingsway? There's very, very few social housing in the area. Most people living there never ever lived in Gloucester in life. They come from Bristol, they come from Cotswolds, they come from anywhere.
It's a dormitory suburb, isn't it?
It's commuting, right next to the M5. Yeah, and you try getting a lorry or a car or parking up there, you just can't do it. You know, Podsmead was built for people over 55 in the beginning. Yeah, it's not happening anymore, is it?
And of course,
It's just neglected.
and if the prefabs are taken down and more housing, more dense housing is put in, that's going to be 3-storey housing, which for elderly is no good, is it? Nowhere to park, stairs they can't climb.
And I think, you know, increasingly, you know, the traffic problems will just be exacerbated because look at it now. There's Podsmead Road is appalling to drive up and down with the vehicles parked on either side of the road, and there's no thought being given to that whatsoever. It's a crazy situation.
The land on the prefabs is so much, they can get 4 houses on that land. That's why they want the land. Yeah,
But there'll be narrow houses, they'll be
they
narrow.
can sell them for £350,000 each. Yeah, it's not about the people at Podsmead, it's about cash cows.
That's what Barry said, wasn't it? It's about developers making money, people making money. It's not about the tenants, it's not about the owners here, it's not about the people that live here. Anything else you'd like to say?
We have no dentist, we have no kind of health centre. Nowhere near here, nowhere. One dentist up on the Grange. Our nearest doctor is either at the top of Stroud Road or Quedgeley. You know, it does say it all. Nobody cares.
So lack of services, lack of community, lack of facilities, lack of things for the young to do. And I've got to say, this area has been run by Labour and Conservative for decades, as has Gloucester City Council been run by Labour and been run down by Labour and Conservative. So please make a change politics for good in Podsmead, change politics for Gloucester in Gloucester for good. Vote for Rob.
I look forward to hearing Paul James's response and Richard Graham's response. You know, see what they want to say about it.
I think you'll be waiting a long time. But
You know,
Well, she moved house and
of course,
everything.
yes, well, it is.
okay, gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Cheers, Rob.
Just stay still a bit. Just stay still.
No
Stay
problem,
still.
mate.
Stay still.
Nice to see you again,
And you,
Terry.
mate, be good, Bar.
Well, I do my best, most of the time.
Don't leave it another 70 years though.
No, we do have a place called the Ramblers Club here that is back open.
Yeah, we've
Have
been
you been
in there
there?
3 times.